And we are live. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back. We are back for another Tuesday night of racing here for the NNSCRA Winter Series trucks. We are ready to go here from Atlanta this time around. We saw quite the crazy introduction to this series and the 1 hour time limit last week at Fontana. So now we're going to see what's going to happen here at Atlanta for the second race of this championship. And guess what? This track is basically modern day Atlanta. So we are going to see some pack racing with the time format. And that is going to be a whole different beast. I'm excited to see how that's going to play out. I am certainly not alone for this one, though. We had our guy Blaine Donlon up here last week. Today it is Josh 2. I'm so glad you're be able to come on board for this thing, man. This is going to be fun.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for inviting me. The track's already been busy. There's been a lot of action already in practice and a group qualifying. And so it looks like it'll be an exciting night. And I really appreciate you having me here for this event. I think it's going to be a blast.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have a good time here. To anyone who may not have caught last week, the way that this series works is we don't go by laps or how many laps are left in the race. It is a 1 hour timed race from the time they take the green flag, 1 hour plus a lap. So like last week, the clock ran out as the leader was going down the back straightaway. So that meant that they were coming around to take the white flag at that very point. So that's how that's going to work. Once we get to the live picture, then you will see the live timer up at the top right corner of the screen. I would also like to, of course, shout out Blaine Donlon as well for providing the background imagery that you see here. A little bit of a step up from last week. Instead of just the blank logo, whenever we go to this screen, you're going to be seeing just some moving pictures, some kind of panning shots, and Blaine was kind enough to provide those for me, so I want to shout him out, of course, and say thank you so much for providing that. Tonight, though, we got a little bit more of a stacked field here. We had 12 trucks last week. It's looking like we're going to have about 14 to 15 here tonight. Of course, yep, they're in the process of group qualifying at the moment. As soon as that is complete, we will get you guys to the live picture, and we will go from there. But Josh, I will ask you, since you actually got out there, ran a couple laps in practice. Um, I'm sure that it was pretty much just a flat out fest, but any particular feedback or anything interesting that you noticed?
Uh, it, I did turn a few laps and it was a lot of fun. I'm not usually the guy that wants to run up against the wall, but with the green wall, I just felt like I was gravitated to it. And so when I was in practice, I ran a few laps and I wanted to run up against the wall. And I've seen some of that. Um, and we've seen some of that in group qualifying now. And sometimes it goes okay and sometimes it bites you.
Yeah, I would imagine so. From what I was hearing about from the drivers, that's going to be the better place to run if you want to try to keep your tires cool, try to kind of maintain your tire wear a little bit, because there's not going to be that much tire wear here, but there's definitely going to be a lot of tire heat, and when the tire heat builds up, your truck is going to get much tighter, and especially on the inside lane. So I think that that is going to be playing into a little bit of an effect here. We were talking to Josh Mercurio, the league owner for this thing. Sounds like the lap window for fuel is going to be about 26-ish, 25 to 27, somewhere in that realm under green. Um, so I would imagine we were probably looking at least a three stopper for this race. Then again, I said that last week was going to be a two stopper, ended up being more like 4 or 5. So uh, I think, yeah, we got a little bit of a crash course last week as far as knowing kind of how much fuel to take and trying to play that into it, because that was something to behold with a bunch of guys not able to make it on fuel. Nick Gunther was the first to fall to that. Then Ulysses Sandoval fell. Anthony McCurry barely had enough, but he was able to make it across the finish line first. He is coming into this race as the points leader, of course, being the only winner of the season. Jack Merkel and Emmanuel Hartnett, finish second and third respectively. I'm a little bit off my game right now, it seems, but we're only second race back, and it's been an interesting couple of days here, that's for sure. But
No, you're always on your game. You always do a great job.
hey, well, we just have fun
Well,
bringing it to you guys here,
yeah, and
showing.
going back to what you said about the tire, the heat, I think that may play a factor because even if I only ran a couple of laps, and if you cut it down to the bottom to run, it's pretty stable, but I think it's going to heat those tires up. So it'll be interesting how the longevity of that, how that goes for these drivers.
Yeah, especially with it being on the inside lane, and the fact that, I mean, of course it's modern day Atlanta. It's meant to run like a super speedway, but it's not a super speedway. It's a mile and a half, so the turning radius is obviously going to be a lot closer. So I think that in the long run, these guys are not going to be able to hold it flat out. There's just no way. So
Yeah,
um,
and
I'm
we know they're not going to be single file.
no, 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 no.
No way.
Very multi groove,
So
very very multi
somebody's going to
groove.
have to go to the bottom.
And especially with the fact that I was told that below the well, we call it the double yellow line, even though in this case it's more of a green line. Again, you guys will see that here shortly. That is in play. You can go down there at your own risk. It is not advised, but it is legal.
It is
So,
not advised. I touched the bottom down there, and that will spell trouble, I think.
oh yeah, yeah. It's if you go down there in the front straightaway, you just got to hope that you got room to come back up. And if you don't, well, no one's obligated to let you back up. So I don't know how that's going to possibly play into it. Qualifying now is complete, and we had 12 drivers take lap times. We'll go ahead and give a quick shoot down this qualifying order here. The reigning winner, Anthony McCurry, will be starting on pole position in the 61 time of 29.306. Cody Lamas will be starting in second place. We did not see him out last week. He is making his debut for tonight this season. Debut for the season tonight. Oh my goodness gracious. Josh, you're gonna need to help me out tonight, apparently. Jack Merkel will be third, and then Josh Mercurio fourth. Matt McIntyre, Austin LaPlante, Seth Cole, Ulysses Sandoval, Emmanuel Hartnett, Blake Warren, and then a couple other guys that we're going to be seeing for the first time tonight. Dylan Young in the 42 and Garland Oaks in the 67. I know that looks like Nick Gunther did not take lap time. Jovan Anderson did not take lap time. Both those guys are returning here tonight. And I do believe that rounds out the field.
Yeah, it's exciting that. Yeah, I don't think so. It's exciting. We got some new racers here. Garland Oaks was a last minute entry, popped in right at time. So exciting to see some new faces.
Yeah, he popped in just late enough that I was not able to get his paint scheme. So unfortunately, the 67 is going to be a blank truck tonight. We'll see pretty much everybody else. So I think that we're going to be in for a good time here. Let's see, a couple of guys are kind of coming and going here. Hello to Mark in the chat there. Let's go ahead and get you guys some live pictures here. Get this pulled up, and here we go. Get right back to the live view here. We got it zoomed in currently on McIntyre's number 738. Pit road speed 55 miles per hour, I believe we mentioned. Yep, there's a 67. Again, sorry for the blank truck there. Austin LaPlante, first time we're getting to see that truck. Did not have it for you guys last week, which was my fault. But
That's a great looking truck.
that is a beautiful one right there.
I mean, if it said 85, it would be a little better. No, I'm kidding.
Gee, I wonder why you think that.
Right? No, that's actually similar to the 85 that I run.
Yeah, it's I think similar font, although that is definitely the Jimmy Johnson font right there for
Yeah.
Legacy Motor Club.
Yeah, good looking truck.
I've raced with Austin for quite a while, and he's always been 48. So big time Jimmy Johnson fan, which hey, I mean mutual.
Yep.
And there is the 48 for tonight, Cody Lamas. Again, took a provisional last week, not able to make it, but is going to be running tonight. I believe that is the. Oh shoot, he always he usually has a sports team on that thing.
Yeah, he's got Florida on the hood. Looks
Yeah,
like.
I know that he runs this scheme a lot, so that's cool to see him back out on track. Yeah, we're gonna have at least 13, 14 guys here tonight. A couple more than last week, so that's gonna be fun. Pack racing, but at the same time, not quite like pushing, drafting quite to the realm of Daytona and Talladega, although we will see Daytona later in the season. That'll be something. But
Yeah, it will be. I
we're
think
gonna.
this one's going to be exciting too, though,
Oh yeah,
because trucks are going to have to run top to bottom. I mean, no, I don't think anyone's just going to want to follow the leader. So,
I highly doubt it. Yeah, especially these guys. They like to mix it up. They like to get after it, and I think that we're going to be seeing a lot of unknowns in this thing. As there's
yeah,
Nick
I
Gunther
feel,
coming out on track.
yeah, I feel like if we take a look at the 78, I feel like we have to take a shout out to the school bus truck. What a cool,
Yeah, the school bus. You can't beat that, and we saw that thing running last week. Uh, was never really quite up there too much, but yeah, good to see Seth out there. Of course, as always, the FRN head honcho, as well as one of the head admins here at the NNSCRA. So,
yeah, Seth's a good racer. We've ran together off and on over the years, but that's a cool vehicle. I saw it and I said, that is a tiny number. I was like, wait, it's a bus.
that's your bus number. If you're when they call the bus numbers at school, and they'd be like, "All right, bus number 3 is here." Well, now bus 78 is here. Ready to
Look, you're,
take you to
yeah,
the
look,
bowling alley to watch me throw a strike with an 8-pound ball. I had to throw that out there. Seth is going to probably intent wreck me the next time he sees me for bringing that up on stream.
I was going to say, if this is your bus, I mean, it's doing a 30-second lap at Atlanta. I mean, what school bus does that other than that one?
I mean, hey, you got something to gloat about to the other kids, that's for sure. All right, we are about to get on track here. Again, remember, since we did the group qualifying, where they start here when they take the grid is not going to be how they're going to actually start the race. Instead, what they're going to do is they are going to take the green flag in game, not go, excuse me, not go, and they will just get themselves sorted out to the positions that they actually qualified for the group qualifying in practice. As I get on and off track there, we'll get you guys back to the live feed.
Drivers, start your engines!
Get the command to fire these things up. A little bit of server lag there, but I think we should be okay. And based on what I'm seeing, it looks like it is going to be 13 drivers. What it looks like to me. So again, these guys are going to get themselves sorted out under this next lap. Not officially taking the green flag, but once they do, that clock that's up on the top right will be beginning the countdown. So keep an eye on that. It will be 1 hour plus a lap. Of course, as we found out last week, once that clock hits 0, you'll hear a nice loud ding. That was quite unexpected from last time. Yeah, we're gonna have some fun. And Josh, again, I really can't thank you enough for being up here with me. We're gonna have a blast.
Oh, man, I really appreciate you asking. Yeah, it's going to be fun. They're getting lined up out here, getting ready to go.
Ready to get this thing rolling. Again, it's 61-48 on the front row, 24-11 up there on the second row. Which if Jack Markle was driving the 23, that would be kind kind of cool. 2311. Shout out to Michael Jordan. Wait. Yes. Oh my gosh. This is how out of my mind I am. I just totally forgot if it was Michael Jordan who was ahead of the 2311.
Well, Denny Hamlin. That's
Denny
fair.
Hamlin, yeah.
Looks like we've about got the trucks lined up here.
We should be just about set and ready to go.
Had the number 4 at the back. Gunther's holding back a little bit. I wonder if that's intentional. Could
Yeah,
be.
Gunther is holding back there. Don't see Jovan Anderson on track, so it looks like he is actually not going to be partaking. But instead, we've got 13 drivers here ready to juke it out at Atlanta. Anthony Merturi gets them to the green flag, and we are officially underway, and the countdown is on.
Looks like they fanned out a little bit. A little space between these guys. Mercury well in the lead.
And we'll see how long that'll last with them being strung out like this. Ooh, that is a big line from Dylan Young.
Yes, definitely.
42, goodness.
Ooh, I'm sure Gunther was scared there for a second. Yeah, here comes the 48. Oh,
I think he just wanted to get clear of that. But yeah, Cody Lama's starting to come back forward here to try to challenge the 61. Drafted right back up to him, nearly cut in front of the 738, who's charging up here from the 5th starting position. And going to take 2nd place, just like that.
Truck diving to the bottom. We see trucks all over this track. he's defending that bottom.
Yeah, in the short run here, that's going to be the lane that you want to be in to maintain track position. But we see a few guys already jumping out to the outside lane. Jack Merkel, Mercurio is back. Mercurio is back there. Blake Warren, and now they cut back down, trying to save that right front a little bit, trying to keep it cool.
Yeah, we had 6 there that were single file. Oh, right, that changed fast.
Yeah, look at that. There goes McIntyre up to the outside lane. But yeah, that's just the thing. I mean, it's not like you can necessarily stay in line and just work together and push and push. This track just, it's not Daytona Talladega. You're not going to be able to maintain that. So everyone's going to be taking these corners just a little bit differently to try to save their stuff as much as they can. As McIntyre kind of falls back a few spots, are going to file in front of Jack Merkel for right now.
Yeah, McCurry's got 61. Good control of the race. I mean, he's in control. I think he's looking out of his mirror a little bit. He's protecting.
Yeah.
Well, as I say that.
Yeah. Now this will be a good test of, all right, how much is that outside lane going to play into effect here? I mean, of course, Hartnett has everybody behind him. So that's going to help him out, and he is going to get clear. Going to be the first new leader of the race, Emmanuel Hartnett, as McIntyre just about gets into the wall, but they're able to keep going.
Looks like 84 came up to help McCurry.
And now here comes Sandoval.
Oh, almost 3 wide. Wow. 3 wide. And Ulysses headed to the front.
I'm sure if Lamas was going to force the issue there. He did not. But yeah, Sandoval going to lead that lap that time. Came so close to winning last week. Just needed another lap of fuel. And he would have had it, but...
Yeah, Sandoval's a good racer. I think you and I have both raced with him. I've raced with him a bunch of times. He's a good racer, a good guy. He can be aggressive. I mean, I didn't exactly watch his journey to the front here, but he can be aggressive. So I'm sure he made some moves to get up here to the front as he protects that lead.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. I know that he has a lot of fun with it, but yeah, he's not afraid to make some bold moves, and it's definitely paid off for him. He's really come into his own, at least from what I've been seeing in a lot of super speedway series, which is a majority of what I see him running. And I know that, as you said, you've run with him plenty of times in that regard, so no surprise to really see him up here trying to defend that inside lane, but just keep it clean as well as McCurry right behind him, then McIntyre, LaPlante up to 4th. As Hartnett's starting to drop back with very little help, only in the form of Jack Markle up on the outside. Still, everybody on the same straightaway here. Dylan Young just barely holding on to the draft there, still barely holding on to his connection, I would say, but everyone else migrating about a lane higher there. Wonder if that might be a sign of the of that tire heat that we were talking about.
Ooh, I thought that McCurry he had almost had a little something inside of Sandoval, but he tucked back in behind him.
Yeah, I think right now is where you just want to try to get some laps on, try to see, all right, how long are we looking at as far as how many laps we can run on fuel and how long it's going to take, and then that can kind of estimate to you about how far you can go on the clock. As Cody Lama's going to put Austin LaPlante out of line. Pretty bold move to get to the inside, but move the 48 now up to P4.
Yeah, LaPlante, I watched on that one of those, that last lap, I tested how low can we go in the corner. It's a touchy spot.
Yeah, if you even so much as clip that apron, yeah, in the corner, that's going to be a big problem. As man, Lamas is being pretty bold here.
Yeah,
Going to make a move up to 2nd place now. McIntyre into the wall. Thankfully, does not get wall glued. Going to keep it going straight, but that's going to hinder McCurry a little bit. And going to drop back out.
yeah. Lamas has capitalized each time he got the opportunity. I mean, I watched him pick off people until he got up here to 2nd.
We'll take advantage for 1st here. Not quite yet. Shout out to Blake Warren, who's now found his way up to P4 in that blue number 29. Ooh, Mercurio getting way up the track.
Look like the 84 is in trouble.
Oh man, he hit that inside wall really hard. We'll see if that's going to result in a caution. If there was contact involved, then it would. Any word from race control in the chat?
I don't believe so. And there was contact, but the spin did not start from contact. It was the wall glue.
Okay. So, yeah, we'll see how they're going to call that. I know sometimes they'll kind of take inventory and be like, all right, what happened there? And then they might call the caution maybe a lap or two delayed, but they're all in the same TeamSpeak room. All these guys are talking to each other, communicating, so they all know what's going on. So they'll be able to kind of say like, okay, yeah, this is what happened. This is what would have caused that. And if they decide that no one else was involved, then they'll keep it going. We will go ahead and try to get you a very quick look at that here on stream. Austin LaPlante is wasn't very lucky last week, and unfortunately, it looks like it's going to continue.
Yeah, pretty big contact.
He just got tight, and then came down and got into McIntyre. Great save job there by Gunther. But yeah, that was a very, very hard impact to the inside wall. Probably going to hinder his performance from here on out. But he's also going to need a caution to try to get down pit road and
ouch,
try to get back to being in the draft with these guys here. As my goodness, that's a move from Hartnett. Oh, I didn't think they were going to let him back up there. My goodness. Yeah, these trucks, I definitely think now are that they're starting to feel that heat.
Absolutely. Right. Yeah, and Sandoval's still in control. He is coming up on LaPlante from that accident. So we'll see how they navigate this.
I just see even Sandoval now is not able to hold that inside, especially on the exit of 4 like he was. So that's going to be interesting to play into the long run here as LaPlante gets out of the way into the wall again.
Oh no.
Unfortunately. You guys have lost the main draft here.
Yeah, the school bus is headed by LaPlante.
And not anymore.
Had to say that. Oh, in the wall. Oh, Garland.
He's just trying to stay out of the way there. There's Garland. There's Gunther.
The 4. Yeah.
Dylan Young and McIntyre have also dropped back as
Yeah,
well.
I think that accident with LaPlante broke the field up a little bit.
Yeah,
Which
absolutely.
rightfully so. I would have let out of the. Oh, we've got trouble back there. Dylan Young.
Oh goodness. I have a funny feeling that may have been warp related.
Yeah, I believe so. Oh, big wreck.
Yeah, we'll stay to the live picture here. Jack Merkel out of line and a drop back. Just a little bit though. This lead pack now down to 7. With Joshua Mercurio at the back of it. Yeah, these guys definitely need to lift off on that inside a lot. Yeah, look at them push up that time.
Absolutely.
So Josh, if you can keep it to live picture currently, we'll get a look at what happened to the 42. Looks like
Yeah,
he may have
he has
retired.
retired. Yeah.
Yeah, tough break there, but yeah, he's. Oh, yep, yeah, he's gonna lag into the 738, and oh my goodness gracious,
Yeah, big crash.
this rode on him for like a whole
We do have
corner there.
a battle for the lead. The 48 is on the top side, and Sandoval holds the lead strong.
Get back to the live picture here, but yeah, trying that outside, and
Oh,
now
it
he's
didn't
gonna end
work.
up shuffled
Oh,
out, put into the wall there as the 61 pushed up.
he did a good job to hang on to it. I mean, he did lose a little time, but he's still in the draft. So
Yeah, I think just give a little shove here to Blake Warren. He should be in good shape. So this draft should still be 7 strong, as they're still kind of swapping out for position here. I think Blake's maybe going to try to let him go, and then they'll try to get back up there. Gotta imagine we're getting pretty close to pit stops, though, as we are 24 laps in.
ooh,
Hart next to fall victim.
yeah, he got tight there. Probably that tire heat as the 61 goes to the inside of Sandoval.
Now we'll see if he's going to be able to hold it down there. He lifts off. Sandoval trying to keep his foot in it, not able to do so. And Mercury going to take the lead back.
Now, what do you do here? You know, Sandoval, he's had control of the race for a lot of the time. So, how do you keep your composure? I mean, I'm sure he doesn't want to fall back to fourth, but how do you
No.
keep that composure and just say, okay, I just need to settle down?
Now, I think the play at this point is just to realize, okay, we've got the tires heated up. They're getting a little bit worn down. Everybody's pushing, and everyone's in the same boat as me, pretty much. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just try to wait it out here until that pit stop. And yeah, it looks like now they're trying to take more of kind of like your, I guess you can call it your traditional mile and a half line. Get out to the outside of the corners and then arc it in there. I think that's really gonna save a lot of issues for these guys. But yeah, they've lost about a second, not quite a second per lap, but about 3/4 of a second per lap. So yeah, wear and heat is definitely going to be playing a factor into this thing, as we've seen already. As yeah, we're getting even more strung out. I think this lead draft is only going to be now down to 4, maybe 5, if Hartnett's able to hold on to it. But Warren and Lamas have pretty much lost it now.
Yeah, they have.
That's going to play into, well, how do you pit? Do you want to pit early so that you get the fresh tires, but then you're not going to have any drafting help? Because draft is definitely a big part of this thing. You're going to be
Yeah.
way quicker.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we have a few trucks here running alone. Garland Oaks is running alone in 10th. We have McIntyre back in 11th. A few guys have lost that draft, so that does make a big difference. The last lap for McIntyre was a 32.178. So that draft does play a big role.
Yeah, and Garland's in the high 31s. So yeah, even on these worn tires, it's about a second a lap difference. Draft and no draft. So, although man, these guys are really slowing it down in the corners. They're able to hold it 180 through there pretty easily. Jack Merkel was just doing just over 170 through 1 and 2 that time around. So we are 30 laps into this run. And the
Now,
initial reading was possibly up to 35 laps per the game. However, we were thinking with the CTS fall off, it was going to be more like 26, 27. But now I think with the fact that they're lifting off so much, at 35 might actually be pretty realistic.
yeah, could be as they go by LaPlante for another lap.
Yes. He didn't have the best outing at Fontana. It looks like it's going to fall that way again for him, unfortunately. I think he may have pitted to fix the damage. Oh, yeah, here
Oh,
we go.
got guys pitting.
And McCurry is in. He's going to be by himself, though. Although Cody Lamas is also going to pit along with Nick Gunther. There's Seth Cole.
McIntyre.
Barely got down. But now, how is that going to play into it? Is he going to be able to come out with these guys? We'll see if they're going to pit this time. Looks like they are. Merkel, Mercurio, Sandoval. There's Blake Warren coming in. I
Here
believe
they come.
Hartnett also pitted a previous lap. And he's going to get his lap back here. We'll see where he's going to emerge.
We haven't talked too much about Mercurio, but he's a very smart racer, and he will find a way to get to the front at the end. So we'll have to keep an eye on that green and pink car.
Oh, yeah, you're not
or truck.
that. So here comes McCurry coming out of turn 4. Merkel out of the pits.
Yep, exiting.
It's going to be well clear of Mercurio on Sandoval. And there goes the 61. He's going to easily get by the 11 and the 96.
Yep, he did, yeah.
And now it's just a matter of the 24. Should be
83.
able to probably at least link up to him.
Yeah, Hartnett's got a pretty good... He was able to blow by those guys, too.
Oh, he was. Okay. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, he's going to be third here. Kind of all by his lonesome, though. I don't think he's quite going to get into the draft of the 24. Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit too far back from that. So now we're going to have a 2-truck draft here, first and second. Followed by Hartnett all by his lonesome in third. And then Mercurio and Sandoval have found each other fourth and fifth. Now, if they get up to the 83, then maybe they can try to draft up to these top 2.
Yeah, absolutely.
McIntyre and Lamas drafting together. And Seth Cole by himself at 8th. 7th and 6th is going to be a tandem of Blake Warren and Nick Gunther. But yeah, everyone's pretty strung out now. And
yep,
Merkel
that did
is
it.
kind of maintaining the gap. Man, yeah. That shows. I think tire wear ended up playing much more of a factor than we anticipated that it would. But
yeah, it did.
Nonetheless. I'm sorry, I keep talking over you. You can go ahead.
Oh, no, you're good. No, you're exactly right. I agree. Yeah, it did make a difference. It did.
Now, let's see how this is going to play into it. I'm keeping an eye on the lap times of the 11 and the 96. They're running all but 30 seconds flat, whereas these top 2 running low 30s. Like right there, almost mid-30s. So, yeah, they're definitely running a little bit slower, but I think that has to do with the fact that they're separated. Merkel is probably a little more concerned about trying to save his stuff here.
Oh, I think they're going to close these gaps. Looks like Mercurio will catch the 83, I think, eventually, but it's going to be a slow process.
Yeah, it definitely looks like he's going to get up to them. If they continue to run the lap times like this, oh yeah, he's going to get them here very shortly. He's probably got their draft now. Now it's just a matter of if the 11 and the 96 can try to get up there as well. They are blistering lap times right now in the high 29s. And Hartnett is there, so yep, we've got a at least a 3-horse race now up at the front, and I'm pretty sure it's going to become a 5-horse race here probably within the next 3-4 laps.
Yep, business picked up.
And business will be picking up here, but I think now that they've had that run to decide, like, okay, this is what the tires are going to do in the long run, and now we got to figure out what we're going to do with that information, and they're catching Garland Oaks here. But yeah, I think now they're going to be playing it way more conservative this run now that they know that tire wear and tire heat is going to be a much bigger issue.
Yeah, absolutely. As Garland moves up to let those guys by. Yeah, I was taking a look at, the field was so strung out, and Seth Cole was by himself, but now we have a three car group here with the 48 and McIntyre. So that'll improve those times, and they're running pretty decent times now too.
Also
so that
mixing
draft
with the
is a
sub-30s.
big deal.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah. Yeah, absolutely there. Yeah, you got 2 still with Gunther and Warren. But now it looks like since they're now 3 trucks, yeah, they've kind of picked up the speed up there for the top 3, and they're running some really fast lap times down to the mid-29s. Although definitely the 11 and the 96 are there. They've even picked up the lap car of Garland, so
Yeah, we have
these
a
guys are
group.
going to be zooming.
Yeah, we have a group now. We've got a big group up here with Garland in the middle, a lap down, but as he, I believe, might let those guys go.
Yep, got to get out of the way there. I mean, outside of the series, he is teammates with that 96.
He
over
is.
at Team Wrecking Ball. Oh, the
Absolutely.
irony. And now, Mercurio looking to make some noise here, as he just ran his quickest lap of the race. Not that lap, but the previous lap. I think, yep, that puts him to the fastest lap of the race. I'm wanting to say that's a bonus point. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it is.
Nice.
5 trucks under a blanket here up at the front. Blistering around Atlanta as we are on lap 43, come to lap 44 complete. Currently 38 minutes, 12 seconds to go. 8 minutes from the halfway point of this race. Merkel gonna end up getting out of line. And he's gonna drop back. But once again, McCurry looking really good on these high-speed intermediates.
Do you think that was intentional by Merkel? Do you think he decided, I'm going to save a little?
That's a good question. I know Merkel is very, very savvy on that front, so I don't know. Yeah, he might just let things play out a little bit here, especially now that he's seeing that Mercurio was trying to make a move for the lead there, was not able to get that to stick. But yeah,
Maybe
who knows? I mean,
maybe he
definitely...
thought business picked up too much. It was getting busy up there.
That is very possible.
Well,
he was laying back quite a bit on the 61 when they first came out of the pits. I wonder how much of his stuff he may have saved at that point, as Hartnett's now trying to make the move underneath the 96. Oh, that's a bold move there. Ooh, now they're up the track. We'll see if they're able to hold on to it. Sandoval has to get out of the gas a little bit more.
that wall's magnetic.
Yeah, they...
Especially if your tires are hot.
Hey,
shouldn't be hot yet.
Do are hot magnets more effective than
I don't know.
magnets? To everyone who's watching this stream, my partner is in the room with me, and they just gave me a look of, what are you talking about? So that's probably a very, very silly theory that I just came up with.
Hey, you never know. That might be scientific.
Hey, if anyone out there knows, let me know in the chat or in the comments. That'd be... I would be intrigued to find out. It has been quite the last 24 hours. My brain's not with it right now, so don't mind me. I will mind the fact that Anthony Mercury continues to lead and has been pretty much the dominator so far this race, although Hartnett does not want him to have it that easy. Took a very aggressive line there into turn one. He's got a bit of a run. We'll see if he's going to try to do anything with it.
He does. It's almost like a slinky. He'll get out in front a little bit. They'll close up. Garland has caught up. He is a lap down, but he has caught up to the rear of this pack behind Merkel. So little draft help there for Merkel.
Yeah, we'll see if Merkel makes a move, if Garland's going to go with him, or exactly how they want to work that out. Everyone's just kind of in a line right now, trying to keep these tires underneath them, which is proven to be easier said than done. I mean, now we're on lap 50, so about 20 laps, a little less than 20 laps into this run. We know that they can go at least 30 laps, if not up to maybe 32, 33. So now that we have that established, as here comes
11.
Mercurio.
He may muscle his way under the 83.
And with no drafting help, the 83 is going to be in trouble here on this quad oval front straightaway. Shorter way around for the 11. He's going to take second. Sandoval to third. And this is going to be to the very back of the line for the 83, whether he wanted to or not.
Yeah, I thought Garland was going to help him, but I guess not.
I think Garland's more worried about just trying to maybe close up to the guys that he's actually racing. Because now that he's in this big pack, obviously these guys are going to be making the best lap times. And he's going to try to close in on guys like Seth Cole, Cody Lamas, Matt McIntyre, although actually he's ahead of McIntyre.
Yeah, so, absolutely. Yep.
He's still racing.
Yeah, I've been a lap down a time or 100, and when you're in a pack like this, your role kind of changes, because it's like, well, I'm still running a race too, and I may be able to pass some people. And then suddenly sometimes people will be like, well, I need the drafting help. And I'm like, well, man, I'm worth something here. All right.
The role has changed. To the front there a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he knows that he's got enough speed to be able to hold it with these guys. Yeah. And if they continue to lap at the pace that they do, he'll eventually possibly be able to close back in and gain some points
absolutely
for the championship.
Yep. And this has been a yellow-free race so far. I hate to even say that because it'll probably change now, but it has been yellow-free.
And so far, we have been clean.
Garland taps the wall.
We have had 2 crashes. However, neither of them resulted in a caution. They were at the back. Minimal contact with other drivers involved. So we're keeping it going here. Mercury continues to lead ahead of Mercurio, Sandoval, Merkel, Hartnett. And now I think Garland Oaks, after getting into the wall there, I think he's going to end up losing these guys.
Yeah.
But still, man, these guys are really putting together a masterclass here. Starting to lose a little bit of their lap time now. But
yeah, at some point, I was looking back. We had a 3-car pack with Seth Cole, and McIntyre was part of that, but something must have happened. He has followed. Oh, he got into the wall. He was all by his lonesome.
Got caught in that vicious cycle. And now, just the 48 and 78. Hey, you want to follow the school bus home there, Cody?
Yeah.
And then Gunther and Warren continuing to just run their own deal.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of great schemes out here tonight. I do like the bus, though. I have to say, like the school bus.
I mean, how can you not? That's a pretty good one right there. And it
is.
Came out well.
It did.
I am impressed, but
now, I mean, I see the windows on it. I mean, who all's in there?
Who all's in there?
Looks like we got 5 windows on this side. I mean, who all's riding back there? Got the pit crew back there, or?
Well, I know that Matthew Rodriguez is probably back there because he's another one of the guys at FRN.
Could be.
Probably Michael Norman's riding back there, and Dylan Young's probably back there now saying, "Subscribe to We the Coasters."
He hopped in on the pit stop.
Yeah.
Put me in, coach.
Put me in. I'm done. I'm out of the race. You might as well just put me in here. Yeah, We the Coasters, Dylan Young's YouTube channel. He's a roller coaster enthusiast, so I want to go check that out. He does a good job. Of course, Seth is in a lot of those videos. Hey, I was in one when they came to Hershey Park, which was pretty
Oh,
cool.
that's cool. Yeah, roller coasters are a ton of fun.
If you say so.
Oh, okay. No.
Needless to say, I have an experience at riding Sky Rush at Hershey Park. Never again.
I
Would
would
rather not
love to
subject
visit
myself
there.
to would rather not subject myself to blacking out again.
Oh man. I have in North Carolina at Carowinds they have that Fury 325.
Oh yeah.
That thing is pretty intense. And what's really bad is I rode that a couple years ago, and then a week or two later it was on the news that one of the beams had broken.
Oh goodness.
And you could see the ride go by and it would like move, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Glad
that's
I timed it when
terrifying.
I did. Oh
Yeah.
boy, here we go.
Oh.
Battle for the lead. Mirko, McCurry, as they're catching a lap car.
Oh.
Oh. McCurry getting tight. 738 trying to keep it out of the wall.
Good decision by McCurry. I mean, that was the best decision. Don't try to force that 3 wide. Just
he did not. Thank goodness. But new leader is Jack Merkel. Hartnett into the pits. Maybe. Oh no, he's gonna overshoot it.
Through the grass.
And that is going to be a 30-second penalty.
Oh man.
If this works as it normally does in NR, they will do a service and they're going to have him sit there for 30 seconds.
Oh no.
30 minutes.
Yeah, McCurry's back to the lead. Went right underneath the 24. Took the lead back.
Although they might be pitting here.
Oh,
and
pitting.
They are.
Oh, be careful, guys. Good job.
Including there's a 738. Sandoval is going to be all in his lonesome to stay out. And yep, there's Hartnett sitting there for 30 seconds.
Oh, I think he'll get some drafting help from the bus.
McCurry just overshot his stall. They're going to take their time to get to servicing that thing. Oh boy.
I'm always amazed. I've ran this game since 2003, and I am still amazed at how a tiny blip in the pits will cost you big.
Hey, that's real life too. It doesn't take much. Sandoval now going to be pitting by himself. We are past the halfway point. So now you got Mercurio Merkel going to be first and second here. Hartnett's going to be a lap down after sitting on pit road. Yeah, McCurry with that entry into his box is now going to be way out of the lead draft here. And here comes Sandoval coming out of the pits. Is he going to have enough speed to try and latch onto these guys? It doesn't look like it. I think we may have gone down to a two-horse race. I'm so sorry, everybody.
Yeah, I've taken a look at kind of a broad span here. Gosh, McCurry lost a bunch of time. I mean, that was a small little blip, and he is way back. He's got McIntyre behind him as a drafting partner, but he is back. He is definitely back.
Yeah, back to fourth. As it stands, Sandoval's going to be all by himself and hit the wall. A little moment of losing concentration there, perhaps, trying to sort out what the heck to do.
Well, the leaders must be go time. They're mixing it up here. Of course, the 83 is a lap down.
Yeah, but with it being 3 of them, I don't think that those guys are going to be able to close in. I mean, Sandoval is eventually going to be caught up to by the 61 and the 738, but it's 3v3, and there's just no way that you're going to be able to close an entire. Boy, what are we looking at here? As we pull up the scoreboard, 7 seconds.
Yeah, that's going to be tough. They'll probably need a yellow to make that.
Going to need a caution for sure. 26 minutes remaining here at Atlanta Speedway. It is Mercurio and Merkel. As you said, Mercurio was the guy that during that first stint we really didn't see much of up front.
No,
Now here he is.
he's a smart racer. I think every race I've been in with him, he is quiet and he runs very tidy races, I guess would be a good way to put it. He gets there at the end. He's kind of quiet.
Yeah, he's not super aggressive. Yeah, he tends to be the lurker. He runs his race and then he will find his way up there at some point or another. Jack Merkel, kind of maybe a little more on the aggressive side, but all in all knows how to manage it at the same time. So I think this will be a good fight between these two. And then if these guys are able to stick with Hartnett for the remainder of this race,
Yeah,
then
absolutely.
we'll see what kind of factor he might play into this. We're
And
gonna
it
probably
could
have one more pit stop remaining.
now it could be a 4-car draft. Again, the lap traffic can play a role, and if LaPlante here can stay hooked on, that's just going to lengthen that lead.
Yeah. 4v3 is impossible, especially at this point in time. And yeah, they're not even 3 trucks yet. They still have yet to close into Sandoval. They're just now going to get to his draft. That's the 96 and the 61 with the 738 in tow. Nick Gunther's now by his lonesome in P5.
Oh, they're trying to make a pass. McCurry said, "I've got to go."
Yeah, he decided, you know what, I've got enough of a head of steam. I'm going to go ahead and make this move. Get up to the podium position. I was just also looking back here at another little 4-car train here. Got Garland Oaks, Cody Lamas, Seth Cole, Blake Warren. Seth and Garland are racing for position. Lamas and Warren are racing for their respective positions.
Oh wow, that's a something there. Yeah, 2 and 2, and they're separated.
Battles there, yeah. 70 laps complete.
I'm sure they are aware of that. They're probably aware of who they're trying to get by here.
Yeah, they're maybe trying to stay out of the other battle's way, but at the same time, make sure that they don't lose the guy that they're fighting for. So that's what gets interesting when it gets more strung out like this. Is everyone's racing someone, but who's racing who can get a little bit jumbled up in all these different packs.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, we've seen through the pit stops, it continues to spread this field out. So my question will be, if there's one more stop, what happens? I mean, does anyone else have a mistake? Does it become a 1-car race, a 2-car race? Is there a yellow? I mean, we have a lot of potential things that could happen here. This race is not over.
Not in the slightest. Yeah, 22 minutes is a lot of time for a lot of different things to happen, and these guys are really going to have to execute on that final stop when that does roll around. They pitted right around lap 60 to 63, so we're probably going to be seeing them pit for the final time around lap 90, maybe a little bit past that, or if you want a short pit, you might be able to do that, but I think with the draft, I don't think that's going to be the best play. But if I had to guess, let's see, we have run 70 laps in, let's see, that would be 48 minutes. So by my calculation, yeah, we're probably going to be getting to just past lap 100.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, could 2 tires maybe be the way to go on that final stop, because you might be able to just nurse them around for, I don't know, probably be like 15 laps.
Yeah, some strategy.
Fuel run. Yeah.
Yeah, I just saw someone we've not mentioned a lot is Nick Gunther, and he was in 5th, but the bus train caught him, and he is now in 7th. But he is part of that pack with the lap car of Garland Oaks.
And I just noticed that Seth Cole is actually, Seth Cole Actually, come to think of it, I think all these guys are racing each other.
Maybe. Let's see.
This Garland is
Yep.
a whole lap behind them. Yeah, I think
Let's
he
see.
is. Okay.
Yeah, Garland's in 10th.
Now, all four of these guys in front of Garland are racing each other. You got
I didn't.
Lamas, Cole, Gunther, and Warren.
Yeah, I didn't realize that at first, and I was like, they're mighty racy. Like I saw one of them when they passed Gunther, they kind of slid in front of him, and I thought, well, gosh, I don't think that's for position. It absolutely was for position. So yeah, they're racing for position here, and that's a
Yeah.
good little train. I mean, they are back, but who knows what could happen? I mean, this is a good little train of trucks.
Yeah, they're on the party bus. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Let's see how many times we can say the word bus.
Oh yeah. Thanks, Seth.
I love it.
Yeah, how about that? The fact that Cody Lamas is 20 seconds behind the leaders and he's running 5th.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of that, again, just minor pit road incident, overshooting the box or something of that nature. It adds up so quick.
Yeah, I'll tell you, someone that felt that was McCurry. Running 3rd,
Oh, I
but
know.
well outside of a shot at the win here. He actually, well, they've closed. They've closed a little bit. They're within 6 seconds now. Whoa. It could cut to quite an interesting moment there, but I just don't see them being able to close up to these guys.
Yeah, and if they can't, that is heartbreaking for him because he really ran a great race. I mean, he led this thing for the whole, basically the first half, or had good control of it. So 6 seconds, that is a lot of time. Yeah, I don't know, we'll have to see. He's been good. I'm not going to count him out yet.
No, and a part of that is also going to come down to Sandoval and kind of how he's able to push him. As
Yeah.
long as those two don't get to racing, and if the
We have a battle for
738
the
is able to
lead.
stick with them.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. We got a battle for the lead.
No, you're good. Yeah, it looked like Mercurio was starting to struggle there a little bit. Now Merkel's just going to zoom on by,
He did.
take that lead back.
And look,
82.
LaPlante has stuck with this crowd. He has he stuck with the group, so that help I'm sure they appreciate.
Yeah, that's big, and I'm impressed too with LaPlante here, despite the damage that he suffered in one of those incidents. He's
Absolutely.
been holding it up there really well.
He has. He runs a different line there in that corner, but yeah.
Oh, big crash! Turns 3 and 4. Blake Warren, Garland Oates in trouble.
Oh,
There's
man.
no way that's not going to be a caution. They were both flipping.
Yeah, the yellow's out. Oh,
They're going to race it back to the line, and
that changes
what were
everything.
you saying, Josh? Exactly.
That changes everything. Garland is on pit road, engine damage. Don't know if they'll be able to fix that. That changes this whole race, Andrew.
Oh my gosh, you're not kidding. You're not kidding on that one. 84 green flag laps.
Look, if I'm driving the 61, I am sorry for the guys involved, but boy, am I happy I could close that gap.
Oh my gosh. McCurry, the 96.
The Magic School Bus?
The Magic School
Bus. Is back. The 78 is back. All
the
those guys.
48's going to be up there.
This just got interesting.
I'm going to go ahead and keep it to pit stops here, assuming that they're going to come down, and they are. Pit road is open.
Yep.
We'll keep it to this, and then we'll take a look at the caution. A little laggy. Yeah, I'll have to remember to try to restart my computer next time before I do one of these. I think that might help. But here we go, money stop. This will probably do it.
What would you do, 2 or 4?
You gotta go 4.
Yeah, you gotta go
4 at this point. I think the run is going to be long enough that you will benefit with how tight the pack is going to be. You're going to benefit from 4 tires. And it looks like that is pretty much unanimous right here. Merkel, Mercury coming out. Garland's coming out of the pits after being involved. Trying to get the camera angle back there. There we go. Nick Gunther has jumped Sandoval. And
Sure did.
Cody Lamas is going to be up to P4. Oh my goodness, this is going to be something. We're going to quickly get you guys a replay of the.
Oh, I was wrong. Garland is the pit crew fixed it. He's out. He's back out. Even with all that.
What happened?
Yeah, let's take a look.
Going down the back straightaway, side by side with Warren and the 67. And I think the 67 just got a bit tight there from the looks of it.
Oh,
golly, what a crash!
He did. Oh, the 29.
Rode the wall there for a bit. We'll get one more look real quick, possibly a different angle. This may maybe show a little bit better what happened with the 67. Spectator cam.
Ooh.
Yeah, he didn't push up that much. They were just really close.
Yeah. Sometimes when you're racing in a pack like that, something is going to happen.
Yeah, right. You're on that one.
Well, this changed everything. I don't know. I can't really pick the winner here. I know the 61 has got to be hungry. I would be if I had this comeback.
I would have to agree with that. Oh my God, Alan Perez is in the chat.
Look there in
what the heck
fifth.
is going on here?
We've got Nick Gunther there
Watch
in fifth.
out
quiet,
for Nick.
A quiet
He's
race
going
to
to
the
be,
front.
Yeah, I'd watch out for Nick. He's gonna be. He's gonna be fast. I'm calling it now. He's gonna be quick. So let's see. We're probably gonna be taking the green flag this time, I would imagine. Let's see if Garland catches up here. The 24 and the 11.
Yep, we're under 4. We're right at 14 minutes.
14 minutes to go.
A lot
here
can happen
in this thing. We've got Alan in the chat, which has been so freaking long since I've seen you, dude. That's awesome. And of course, hello, Jay. They're also right next
here we
to
go.
me, so that also helps that. 13 and a half minutes remaining. We are taking lap 87. And this changes everything, and a great jump there from the 24. Gonna pull ahead by about a truck length or two.
Oh, good move by the 11. Pulling down in front.
Gunther gets ahead of the 48.
They fan out.
Yeah, how aggressive do you be? Because oh my goodness, look at this!
3 wide.
3 wide. For the race lead. Merkel dropping back. That could be by design, as you were saying, but just like that, look who's back to the front.
I know. Yeah, the 24, he did the same move he did earlier. He knew 3 wide was not a good idea. Decided, I've got 12 plus minutes here. But it did allow the 61 back to the front.
I think that we're looking at probably about 20 laps. If we go green here, we're looking at probably a 20-lap run. So you can definitely make it. But that's definitely going to be saving your tires a little bit. If you want to be fast at the very end. And I wonder if that's what he's going to be doing. But man, these guys are pushing and pushing. They are really close together. Oh, it's making me nervous.
Yeah, it is. Especially right in the middle of the pack.
Yeah, I'd be really, really freaked out if I were Sandoval or McIntyre in that situation. Holy cow.
Is there a sleeper here? Do you have a sleeper in this pack?
48, probably.
Yeah. Yep. Well, as you say that, here he goes.
Second place now. And they're all shuffling and kind of cycling through here. Except for the 61. He's keeping it up there. And you know, I think the 83 is, yeah, the 83 is on the lead lap. All the way back to the 78. You've got 8 drivers now with a shot.
Yeah, and the 83 was aggressive.
Ooh.
Well, he's aggressive now.
Goodness, all the way down the track he goes. And he's not racing these guys. He's a lap down. He's in 10th. So, 4th on the track and fast, but yeah, he's ooh, look at that. That's a block there, 61. Holy moly.
You know who my sleeper is gonna be?
Who would that be?
I think it's got to be the bus, the
You got-
78,
there you
Seth
go.
Cole.
The
He
Magic
just
School
passed.
Bus.
He's moved up to 6th. I mean, he's moving.
And yeah, he's got new life here. We'll see what he's able to do with it. Although Gunther's going to try to get back to the inside. 61 is defending that inside with everything that he's got.
He is.
Yeah, that 48. After losing the draft really early on. Oh, no! 83.96. Oh,
Now,
I thought someone was getting pit maneuvered.
Yeah. I mean, Sandoval's a pusher now. I mean, he's ready to go.
Oh, you know Sandoval, and you know him better than I do. But yeah, he's not going to be holding back at this point.
No, he's going to be ready to go. Looks like we're going to have some lap traffic, and as tension gets higher, lap traffic can be tough, although he may move out of the way.
Very well done, Jaden. That's a good one. Normal race with the frizz? No way. Not very nice reference. Very, very nice reference. Oh, getting some draft off Garland there. Look at that.
And Garland moved out of the way respectfully.
Definitely engine damage.
Yeah,
For
absolutely.
that big crash. They're going to be closing in on anyone else? I don't think so. They're a whole half a lap ahead. Or half a racetrack ahead. I think they're going to be good. We're down to 9 minutes remaining.
Clock's ticking, literally. And
yeah, it's ticking.
And I just
definitely going to get into the triple-digit lap numbers.
I just wonder, they're single file. Who is going to make the decision? I've got to go to another lane to move up. And does anybody go with them?
I think the gameplay right now is cool the tires. Unless you're the 83, apparently.
Yeah, he's ready to go.
He's raring to get after it here. But if I'm Merkel, if I'm Gunther, if I'm Mercurio, I'm keeping those tires cool. Because then once these guys push up, I can just swing right under them. That'd be my play. If I'm Mercury, oh my gosh, honestly, if I'm Mercury or Lamas, that's a sketchy position to be in.
Yeah.
Being at that point in the track.
These guys they're playing very smart. If someone gets a little impatient, it could wad up a lot of trucks here.
Yeah, and we'll see what's going to happen now that they're side by side with the 83 getting down there. He's going to get up to
trying
third.
To protect.
Oh boy. Oh, 96 desperate to get back in line. Was not able to do it. And now he's going to try to hold on to it on the outside. He gets a bump.
Oh, Ulysses in the wall.
Ooh, that was a hit there from the 738. And then the 78. Oh, I don't think he's going to be too pleased. Especially the fact that was initially caused by a lap truck.
Followed up by a school bus.
Yeah.
No.
That's more forgivable. I don't know.
It is.
I think that's more forgivable. Especially if it's Miss Frizzle. Come on now.
Oh, yeah. You can't mess with her.
No.
Man. I hate that for Ulysses. I think he's lost the draft, and unless something happens, I believe he might be out of the running for the win.
Here's the thing. If there is a caution, we do get a green-white checkered. If the clock hits 0 under caution, we will have a green-white checkered. If the clock... Yeah, I think at this point, if a caution comes out, it's a green-white checkered. Bar none, end of story.
Right.
We've officially started the 100th lap of the night. Only one caution. Oh, Hartnett! that truck is flying.
It is. Here he goes.
Oh, Mama's trying to pinch him.
Oh, careful with that.
Yeah, that's
truck in the wall.
Sketchy. That's McIntyre. But now Llamas with no draft. Just over 6 minutes remaining. So probably about 10 laps.
Trouble.
Crash it. Oh, hold on. Sliding. He's going to spin it around on the back straightaway. Are they going to call the yellow? Does that look like that may have been some contact involved? What are you seeing, Josh? No call? Josh, you with me?
Oh, I was pressing the wrong button. No, I'm here. I was saying we're still green. The 4 and the 48 got together. Sorry, I got excited watching that replay and pressed the wrong button. But we're still green. We're still green.
You're all good. We are still green. Yeah, the
48
4
is
has
sitting.
been kind of blipping just a little bit as far as lag goes, but now he's going to try to get to the inside of Merkel. That's not going to work.
Oh, coming up on the 29.
And they did catch him. I didn't think they would. 5 minutes remaining.
I believe Lamas retired.
Lamas retired. Ouch.
I hate to see that.
Yeah, he had new life there, but then that was the end of that. So we'll take a look at the end of this thing. We'll go ahead and take a look at a replay of that once we're all finished and said and done here. But man, Hartnett is really on the move. No, you want to know what happened? I called him my dark horse. I jinxed him. I've done that with every single offline race I've called with AG. And I've done it again here. Cody, I am so sorry. That was my fault.
Yeah, I did take a look at that. The 4 and the 48 did make contact with each other, and they were just fighting.
Speaking of fighting, here goes Merkel getting back underneath of Hartnett.
Oh, yeah,
and
here we go.
Hartnett way up the track. That is going to give Merkel that spot. And Merkel did that strategy pay off of dropping back and trying to save.
Yep. That 83 is not gonna bow down though.
No.
He is not.
I think he may have been too aggressive too early on it. He may have used up his stuff.
Does the 24 have anything for this race?
No, 24. Ooh, I think he's gonna be a very, very hot competitor here for the 61.
Ooh, watch the inside.
Just knowing these guys here, I have a funny feeling that these guys are really going to be mixing it up here.
Yeah.
Don't count on
half a lane later. Here he is.
Oh, man, great run. Fantastic run. But now who goes where?
Can he stay underneath?
Gunther
yes, he
trying
can.
To get in front of Mercurio, not going to be able to pull that off. But now neither of them have much help, so this is going to all come down to grip.
Oh. Ooh, that's tight.
Gunther drops back to 5th. Still side by side, but now here comes Mercurio, going to give some help to the 24.
Oh.
Make it 3 wide. That's not going to work, boys. Oh, my God.
It did work.
It worked.
Here comes Josh.
Not for Mercury, but... Oh, my goodness, what a move.
To the lead.
Hartnett thought about it. Thought better of it. 2.5 minutes.
Look, the 83's back. 83's back.
He's right back in it. Mercurio in the 11 to the point.
I told you he would get up there. There he is. It's not over, though.
Kidding.
He's got an angry swarm. Angry swarm. Not angry. They're probably happy.
Oh,
a focused swarm.
A very hard-pressed focused swarm here. They're catching the 96.
Knowing the 96.
A bit of a run there. Let's see what we're going to get off the corner here.
Yeah, I'm sure the 96 will move here. I know him pretty well.
Mercurio's going to get some draft off him. Going to help him out. 110 laps now that we were into this thing. Ooh, a little tight, but they keep it on the bottom. Who gets the run? Who's going to do what with it? It looks like the inside lane's where you got to go to pass, though. You really can't pass up on the outside.
Yeah, and I don't know if Josh will give that up. No.
I'm with you.
Is he going to be forced?
Although, with how much room there is down there. There goes Hartnett. Back to it.
Gosh.
And with Mercury right there, I don't think that the 11 is going to be able to hold on to it here.
That 83 was aggressive through there.
You got to be at this point.
Yeah, if you want to win.
1 minute. 61 back up
Who
here.
wins
There's
it?
the 83 in the
Oh.
lead, but not for long.
Oh, man.
I think we got 3 laps to go here, or 2. Oh, Gunther! Almost to the grass.
How did they make it? How?
You got me on that one. I think we're
And the
going to be taking 2
61.
laps to go this next time by.
Back to the point. That 61 found the way back.
Blocking, big blocks. Golly, what a race this turned out to be. Now he's getting tight. He's going to go up toward the wall. He's going to clip it. 2 laps to go officially here at this point. We will reach 0 this lap, so they will take the white flag next lap.
Oh, but the 4's pushing up too.
Golly.
Oh, and that gave some breathing room to Merkel.
3, 2, 1. There it is. Coming to the white. Again, 61 a little tight, and now he's got a lap car. Sandoval in here. White flag in the air. Jack Merkel cleared by about 2 truck lengths over the 61.
Oh, it's not over. It's not over.
Oh, what a big run. Oh my gosh, look at him. Holding on to it. Can he get a run off the corner? He's going to try to dive it down.
I was going to say, watch the inside.
Mercurio down there on the apron. Oh, they make contact. Somehow the 61 holds on to it, but Jack Merkel, 2nd place last week, 1st place this week at Atlanta.
Whew. What a race.
Have a heart attack.
What a race. I mean, the 11 had to make that move.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
that was the move to make.
The last lap, you got to do what you got to do. I mean, if he didn't, it could have been very interesting, but I mean, at the same time, man, what a run that the 61 had there.
He did. The 24 won the race. Pretty quiet day. When it came down to giving or taking, he gave, several times, and he said, "No, I'm out. I need my truck at the end."
Yeah, what did we see him do at the very beginning of that final run? He went all the way
straight to the back.
All the way to the back.
Yep.
And he held on to just try to save his stuff. And it paid off. And
no need to save it now. Yeah, no need to save it now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, let it go. Man, you have earned that one and then some. And he was always up front. Even when they got down to that top 2 breakaway with him in the 11, he was never away from the front at any point in this thing. Not quite the dominator. That was definitely split between him and the 61. But
definitely the closer.
The closer, for sure. Great job by the 24, and what an awesome race that was to get to watch at the end.
Absolutely. Those guys, great driving. It shouldn't have worked.
No.
There were several moments it should not have worked, but it did.
They cut back to the pre-race screen there. Server gets shut down, so didn't quite get to see the full results, unfortunately.
Yeah. But, that final crash there, there was no yellow there. The 4 and the 48 were fighting for the same real estate. I think the 48 thought he might have been clear, and just not quite. I'm not sure. They just made contact.
Yeah, I'd have to go and watch that back in order to be able to see it. So
yeah.
But no, yeah, it could have been a racing deal. But yeah, obviously everyone kind of going for that inside lane. That inside lane was where you had to pass, but at the same time, you try to hold it down there, and the truck's going to push up. So
yeah, I think. Do you think if the 61 had a little more tire, do you think he would have won this thing?
It could have definitely been very, very possible. It definitely seemed like he maybe just got a little tight there for that final couple of laps. I know someone who didn't, though, and that's the guy who just got in here. Race winner Jack Merkel in a thrilling finish there. My gosh, me and Josh are both hooting and hollering there at the end. A lot of passing there for you guys, but congrats on your win there, man. Just to kind of give me an idea of what it was like to go from on that final run, you went from the front, and then you went to the very back, and then you worked your way back forward again. Kind of what was the
User joined
strategy
your
there,
channel.
and how did it turn out?
I learned pretty early on that even though it was a wide open super speedway style race, you would lose tires quickly in the lead, and especially pushing it, and it would get to where you couldn't keep it low off the corner. So I knew that last restart, starting up front, we were going to be good on fuel. I wanted to drop to the back and just follow the pack and just save my tires and fuel as best I could, and just wait for the right moment to push and just start as people were coming out the corners as they were pushing up, just being able to drive, run under them, and get in front of them.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
inside
you.
lane definitely seemed like the place to. Sorry, Josh, I'll just
You're good.
I'll just kind of throw this out there, but yeah, the inside lane was definitely the place for passing, obviously. So you had to defend it, but of course, yeah, if you just kind of held it down there, there was more likely to kind of push up there a bit. Um, I'm sure that inside lane was like just exactly where you wanted to place that thing once those guys started pushing up, as you said.
Oh yeah, once the tires got worn down, you definitely had to arc it in a little bit more and maybe blip the throttle a couple times to keep it down there, or else it would just go straight to the wall.
Yeah, I get you. Go ahead, Josh.
Yeah, I watched you several times. You were either taking three wide. Well, no, I think you were always taking three wide, and you, I think, intentionally said, "No, I'm out of this." Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, when going into coming out the corner, I saw he had a run, and I was hoping he wasn't going to push it down there. And as soon as he did, and I saw he was committing to it, I backed off a little bit so that we weren't trying to go through the middle of the corner three wide, and was hoping that maybe I would just be able to back off a little bit. And Anthony ended up getting tight and pushed off, and then I just had to regather myself and get back to the bottom and try to push my way back to the front again.
Yeah, I noticed I complimented you several times in the race because you would get taken three wide, and you, which I thought was very smart. You just said, "No, I have to have my truck at the end. I have to have a truck to finish with."
Yeah, no, it was definitely a I don't want to do this right now. It's way too early in the race. There's no point. I'm
Yeah.
gonna back out of this.
Absolutely. You did a great job. I thought you ran a smart race the whole time. So congratulations.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, many congrats to you, man, and again, yeah, that was a lot of fun to watch. You were never away from the front, even once they got fully strung out there. So props to you. Great job. I will give you the floor if you want to shout anyone out, any final words, whatever you want to say, man. Have at it.
Yeah, just Team SB giving me a nice truck out here. Thanks for DuPont for sponsoring me. And I made up for self spinning coming out of the pits last week and ruining my race. I made up for it. We're fine.
Well, big congratulations to you, man, and yeah, go celebrate. That was fun, and yeah, hoping to see you out there next week as well.
Thank you.
Jack Merkle race winner. We've
User
got Josh
disconnected from your
Mercurio in
channel.
here as well. Josh, I will say, I wasn't quite able to get the full finishing results from that. So, would you be okay to give us kind of the rundown for the results there?
Yes, I will pull up the export right now. Yeah. So let's see.
Josh, while you're here, you made a great attempt at the end. The move had to be made.
Yeah.
You had to go
Okay.
for it.
Let's see. So Jack wins. Anthony McCurry comes second. He led a race high of 60 laps there. Then me, Nick Gunther, and Emmanuel, and Seth Cole is the last car on the lead lap.
Mention P6. So P6 for the Magic School Bus.
There we
go.
Bus, of course.
Yeah, we were telling him he should put all of our faces in the school bus. We can ride the short bus, you know.
I'm all for that. Make it happen. I would love to see that. Josh, since you were up there in the mix as well and you finished third, I'll go ahead and just ask you this real quick before we wrap up. I mean, yeah, you were kind of in the middle of that battle throughout the end there. You made some pretty bold moves, which, oh my gosh, was awesome to watch. It was a lot of fun, but yeah, it just seemed like the inside to make a pass was what you had to do. So I'm sure that's what kind of went into some of those more aggressive moves.
Yeah, I'm kind of upset I couldn't get the second line to work when I was finagling with Ionize to get this track ready for today. But yeah, you just had to get down to the bottom. Um, and so I got lucky there. I think with maybe like 2, 3 minutes left. The top two, Anthony and Jack, got side by side, and I knew they were going to slow each other up, and that was my opportunity to come up to the front. And yeah, I got the lead. It was pretty awesome. I think Jack gave me a little bit of slack there, so thank you, because otherwise we would have ended all three of our races in turn one there. Um, but after that, just got really tight coming off of four. I lost a whole bunch of speed, and Emmanuel just freight trained me on the front stretch. So, um, after that, I was playing catch up.
Yeah, I get you. That was, yeah, that seemed like the name of the game. Just tight race cars and everyone trying to kind of manage it as the run went on. I knew that that was going to be a much longer run than everyone probably anticipated there at the end. So, yeah, kind of finding that middle ground was kind of the place to be. Josh, too, that is. Um, any any questions you got for Mr. Mercurio here?
I was going to comment that Josh early in the race I commented on you and I said now he is a sleeper now. He will be quiet but he will end up at the front and sure enough you did. It was a lot of fun to watch you those last couple of laps and like I said I thought the move you made you had to make. I was like he had to make that move and it
Yeah.
stuck. So you did a great job. Great job.
Thanks, Josh. Thank you.
Yeah, great race, man, and yeah, a great thing that you're putting on for this series, and I'm glad that I'm able to broadcast it for you. But only two races in, and I'm already having a lot of fun with it. So it'll be cool to see an entire season play out in real time, pretty much. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's gonna be awesome.
yeah, just before I let you go here, and before we wrap it up for the night, hey, you're a podium finisher, so we'll definitely let you have the floor for whatever shout outs, thank yous, and any closing statements for the night.
Yeah, first off, shout out to Anthony. I think he had to go pick his wife up from something, so good on him. The shout out to the Ghost team. Got a couple of great looking race trucks planned for this season. And shout out to my girlfriend who may or may not be watching, and all the guys here at NNSCRA. Great group of guys. Love to race with them. I think we do like 3 days a week now. They race. So if you're out there in the ether and are looking for a place to start league racing, we're a great place to go try it out.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more on that one. Yeah, check it out. NNSCRA Facebook should be in the description here. Definitely check that out if you were interested in trying to dip your foot into the online racing side of things. But Mercurio, I'll let you go here. But yeah, great race, man. That was a lot of fun, and looking forward to seeing what Milwaukee has in store.
Yep. Thanks, Andrew. Thanks, Josh. Great job, guys.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you. Let me just verify that here that it is
User left your
indeed
channel.
um, Milwaukee, and it is the Milwaukee Mile next week, the
Oh
22nd.
yeah.
Ooh, that'll be something. A little flat track action
Yeah, great track.
at Milwaukee FSC. So that'll be another kind of interesting one, a little more kind of traditional. But I think we'll be wrapping it up here in just a moment. But Josh, I'll go ahead and get your closing thoughts on the night just before we sign off.
Well, first, thank you for having me. I'll come back anytime you want, and it was a lot of fun. This is the first time I had seen a race where they did it with the clock, and that was it different. I actually really liked it because it left this kind of unpredictability. Um, and what a great group of guys here running. I mean, we saw battles all night. There was never a time that it was not action packed. So I'm excited. I'm definitely going to follow this group as they move forward toward the Milwaukee Mile because I want to see more of it.
I'll definitely try to get you into the booth here a few more times. I said to Blaine, and I'll say it to everyone else, yeah, I'm going to try to see if I can just kind of keep a bit of a rotating door of different guys up here in the booth, or gals. You know, I could see if Jessica Shelton, if I can get her in here, that'd be cool. Um, but no, yeah, that's we're just having fun with it, getting NR out to the masses, and just having fun with it in the process. So thank you, Josh, for joining me.
Absolutely.
Absolute
Thank you.
blast.
Yep, always.
We'll be seeing everyone again back here, same time, 8:30 Eastern time, give or take, for the Milwaukee race here for the NNSCRA Winter Series. Thank you everyone for bearing with me as well through my kind of on and off uh, kind of commentary there. It's been quite a rough 24 hours, but hey, we push on and we'll see you all next Tuesday, 8:30 Eastern, the Milwaukee Mile, and then after that, a week off. So we'll give everyone a little chance to catch their breath. I need to catch my breath after that race. That was fun. So
It was.
congrats to Jack Merkel. Thank you, Josh, for joining. And of course, Josh Mercurio for putting this thing on. We'll see you all again next week. But until then, to those who tuned in, thank you for hanging out tonight. Take care.